Have you ever failed an exam, been rejected by every job you applied for, or laughed at for having a dream no one believed in? This man was. Before he became a billionaire, Jack Ma was just a poor boy from Hangzhou, China, with no connections, no money, and no tech skills. But what he had was vision, grit, and an unshakable belief that failure is simply a lesson in disguise. Today we'll dive deep into Jack Ma's inspiring journey and reveal 7 keys to success that helped him rise from rejection to revolution. Jack Ma, born Ma Yun in 1964, grew up in a modest family. His parents were traditional musicians. They didn't have much, but they did have a radio, and that's where Jack's curiosity began. As a teenager, he rode his bike 40 minutes every morning to a hotel where he offered free tour guide services, just to practice English. "I learned English by talking to foreigners, and that opened my world," Jack once said. He failed his entrance exam for college, not once, but twice. On the 3rd try, he barely scraped into Hangzhou Teachers Institute. Most would stop trying, but not Jack. This brings us to key number 1, don't fear failure, learn from it. Jack Ma failed a lot. He was rejected from Harvard 10 times. He applied for 30 jobs, rejected from all. Even KFC didn't hire him. Out of 24 applicants, 23 got the job. Jack didn't, but instead of giving up, he told himself, every rejection is just the universe redirecting you. In 1995, Jack visited the US and saw the internet for the first time. He searched for beer, no Chinese beer. Searched for China, almost no results. That's when the light bulb went off. What if I create a platform to bring China online? He had no background in technology, but he had vision. Back in China, he gathered 17 friends in his apartment and pitched his idea. With just $2,000, he launched Alibaba, an online marketplace for small businesses. Key number 2, see what others don't. Believe before they do. Jack saw potential where others saw confusion. When investors laughed at him, when media mocked him, he smiled and kept building. I told myself, today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be beautiful. Most people die tomorrow night. Vision isn't about knowing how, it's about knowing why. Jack Ma wasn't a coder or engineer, so how did he build one of the world's biggest tech companies? He surrounded himself with smart, loyal, driven people and empowered them. He once said, if you want to be successful, learn to work with people smarter than you. He gave his team ownership, encouragement, and purpose. Key number 3, build a strong team, lead with heart. Jack treated Alibaba like a mission, not just a company. He called employees Ali friends and taught them to chase long-term value over short-term profit. In 2003, the SARS outbreak hit China hard. Offices shut down. The future looked bleak. But Jack saw it as a turning point. While quarantined, his team focused on a side project, Taobao, a consumer-to-consumer platform. By 2005, Taobao had beaten eBay in China. Key number 4, turn crisis into opportunity. When the storm hits, the average panic, the bold adapt. Jack once said, opportunity lies in the place where the complaints are. Despite his wealth, Jack never let success go to his head. He often joked, I'm not handsome, but I can make my wife laugh. He gave back, investing in education, nature conservation, and young entrepreneurs. In 2019, Jack Ma stepped down as Alibaba's CEO to focus on philanthropy. Key number 5, stay humble, give back. True success is not just how high you climb, but how many you lift with you. Jack Ma started with no money, no connections, no confidence from others, but he had faith, failure, and fire. If you ever feel like you're not smart enough, not rich enough, or not lucky enough, remember Jack's words, never give up. Today is difficult, tomorrow is worse, but the day after tomorrow is sunshine. Key number 6, Adapt fast. Stay curious. Jack Ma didn't succeed because he was the smartest in the room. He succeeded because he stayed curious, adapted quickly, and kept learning. He said, "Before I started Alibaba, I called myself a blind man riding on the back of blind tigers." He wasn't a tech expert, but he learned. He didn't know e-commerce, but he studied how it worked. The world changed fast, and he changed with it. Key number 7. Know when to step back with grace and wisdom. Jack Ma had always planned to step down and focus on education and philanthropy. In 2019, he announced his retirement from Alibaba, saying, "I don't want to die in my office. I want to return to teaching." It was a graceful exit at the peak of his success, but the story didn't end there. In 2020, after publicly criticizing China's financial system, Jack Ma suddenly vanished from the spotlight. The IPO of Ant Group, his fintech company, was suspended. Regulatory pressure mounted, his businesses were forced to restructure. Whether planned or pressured, his retreat became a turning point. Jack Ma showed that true leadership isn't just about building empires. It's about knowing when to speak, when to serve, and sometimes when to step back. If Jack Ma's story inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe for more success stories, and comment below which of Jack's lessons will you apply in your life. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep building, and never stop believing.